In a 12 News investigation, a Mesa mother vindicated after she alleged Banner Desert Hospital neglected her special needs daughter during an extended hospital stay.
12 News first brought you their story late last year. A state investigation has concluded there were deficiencies in the way the hospital treated the little girl, and the hospital has been ordered now to make changes. Team 12's Joe Dana is live in the 12 News Alert Center with the update on this case. Joe?
This case was triggered after the girl, Zainab Elliott, who was 16 at the time, was staying at the hospital. She is deaf, autistic, and has seizures. Her mother made a surprise visit to see her. Since Cynthia Elliott adopted her daughter Zainab as a little girl, she's been fiercely protective of her child's care. During a surprise visit to Banner Desert last year, Cynthia says her daughter, who was in temporary state custody, was confined inside what's known as a posy bed, naked, smelling like urine, and did not have an ASL interpreter.
It was like seeing something out of Willowbrook back in the 70s. We don't treat handicapped people in that way.
Now, a year later, the Arizona Department of Health's investigation concludes the hospital is guilty of several deficiencies related to Zainab's case, including a failure to have an ASL interpreter or video interpreting service, a failure to ensure she was properly assessed while in restraints, a failure to ensure nursing staff treated a wound she had, and perhaps most troubling for Cynthia, the hospital failed to produce a direct observation form of the day in question. Cynthia has a theory as to why that record is missing.
One is they were destroyed to cover up, in fact, what happened to our deaf, handicapped child.
To that allegation, a hospital spokesperson tells 12 News it is true that we were unable to locate one specific paper document in the overall record of care for that day. We have taken this opportunity to provide staff education on related policies. The hospital has provided a written plan of correction to remedy the violations, including staff education about treating deaf patients, the hiring of a behavioral health manager, and new video interpretation equipment to accommodate patients who pose communication barriers. The spokesperson telling 12 News, at Banner Health, we strive to meet the unique needs of every patient every day. This means making interpreters available for those who prefer to communicate in a different language, including American Sign Language, as well as other accommodations to make patients feel safer and more comfortable while in our care. Now, the state stopped short in its report of concluding this was a criminal matter that warranted a police investigation. Cynthia says she's satisfied for now, but is still considering legal options for how her daughter was treated. Joe Dana, 12 News.
All right, Joe, thanks. A leader